with you guys about my loft and how I set it up. Welcome guys, welcome back to a new video. So guys, I already started this video this morning, but I think we're just gonna do it a little different. I want to talk with you guys about my loft and how I set it up and what I will do different if I had a chance to place another one. So what I already recorded, I put later on in the video so you can see it as well. But now we're gonna talk about my loft, my setup, what I will do different, what I would change and what I did in the past. So that's what we're going to talk about. At first, when we enter the loft, we are with the male birds, the male wazer bird, the widowhood cocks, whatever you want to call them. So in this part we have 9 breeding cages, the Belgian breeding cages, what we call them. So that means you have them with this, you put them like this, halfway, and also upwards, as you can see. So when I breed, I have them like this. They have some privacy behind this one where the breeding ball is. And normally in the raising season, when the hen is not with the male birds, we have them like this, upwards. So I don't know really what would be best. Maybe if I put it like this, it can be even better, because when another bird joins here, he can come out and chase them away. So maybe that will help them also with a little bit more motivation. But yeah, for now I just have them open, and when we breed with them we have them half open so that they have some privacy there. You can see it for the eggs and youngsters and things like that. This is the widowhood cocks section. So now with this one, normally I use this one for the hens. So the hens for the widowhood cocks, and at this point we have here the young birds, but they are normally on that side, but we'll go there later on. When we have the hens like this, I have that one closed, depends on how much hens are here, but they're just gonna sit here on the perches, everything. And then we also have the automatic feeder here. The best case is to have the automatic feeder in every part of the loft, but those things are really expensive. Only the small one, the 90 centimeter, is 325 euros. So pretty expensive. So yeah, but this one for the hens, the best thing is to have them locked up, but it's also a time thing. When you have not that much time in the morning, then yeah, it is too much work to open them up, let them out for training, let them back in, put them back locked up, everything. But yeah, for me now, last season we only had one pair of hens that was pairing up, laid eggs and everything. But I think also that was because we have one hen that wasn't paired up to a widowhood cock, so that can also be the problem. What I will different on this part of the loft is, yeah, only that we can lock them up, so things like that, we can put feeders in there, everything. And also maybe something on the ground that they won't sit there or go to pair up, things like that. That's maybe the only thing, but yeah, for me now at this point, this is working out the way I have them. And now with the young birds is great, because we have on this side of the Sputnik, we have the antenna on the Sputnik, so that's great. But yeah, it will be better if the young birds just staying in their own loft and go in there as well after the races. But yeah, for now this works out. We have now the widowhood cocks with the hens together, so it's not really a problem. So then we go to here. This one is the last section we put in. We'll let this one back in. Also this is something I want to change as well. But yeah, you guys understand that, I think. So this part is where we keep the young birds pre-season. So that means before the races will start, we let them out to here, to the Sputnik, and everything works fine. We have the air intake on this side. We have that one half open because the rain will come in. There we have just a small opening because pudding is above it, so it won't rain in. And then we have the roof. That's not really an air outtake, but yeah, for now it works. The young birds are pretty healthy in here, so that's working fine. And also we have here the perches and everything. That's just fine. It works. But the only thing is that when we're gonna keep the birds here on the dry dropping system, then after a few weeks it's gonna smell, and then I have to clean because otherwise it won't help the birds to get on a good health. So that's the only bad thing about this part. So for sure this winter we'll change this one up, and then we'll change a few things, but you will see that in the video as well, of course. And everything works fine except for the dry dropping system. That's not working out in this part, so that's why we also not doing that much. Sometimes I just do it for a few weeks, but also when the races start I just completely stop it, because I want them to be in a good health, and it will affect their airways, everything, if it's gonna smell in here. So when it's high summer, no rain, then it's pretty good, then there is no problem with the smell and everything. But when it's raining or it's getting the hydration gets a lot higher, then it's not that great to be in this part. So that's why I then just clean it out and leave it on the clean system. Then we are in the breeder section, and this one's working out really well. And also because they don't have to raise a train or whatever, so it's a lot easier to keep these birds. But everything works fine in here. The birds show a good health, good shape. The only thing I want to change here is that I want the breeder cages a little bit up, so that the birds can go on top of it. And I want to change the roof because now it's just glass. And it's not that this one gets hotter than the other part of the loft. It's maybe even colder in here than the other one. And also, as you can see there, I cannot clean under there. It will be a pretty mess. Also when they are molting, all the fats will go that way though. Also there, you know that in the past videos there were some bears going under there, breeding everything. That's also what I don't want. So maybe it's also good to just put another breeding rack, that one, next to it, and then we're gonna just put some wood around it. Can't not go under it, on top of it, of anything else. Then the best part of the breeder loft is that they can go outside. We can put them into a bath outside in the aviary, and that's the best thing of this loft. But overall I think for how I see how the birds react and how they are doing everything, I think this breeder loft is pretty nice. So then we are here back with old birds. They are getting back in as well. But the thing I want to change here is that best case is that you have a door with just openings like this. Just this, but then bigger ones just on here, that you can walk through every part of the loft and that the birds are behind it. I think that's what I want in my next loft. And also there are some things on the planning, but it's pretty expensive. I did a calculation about it, was about 6,000-7,000 euros to make what I want. And as long as this one performs great, I don't think that we have to start with it pretty quick. So that's what I want to change here. And then also I want to have it with the hens part as well, so that just the birds are behind the first fence, I call it fence, and that they can walk past it, and that the birds just like this come in here, go into the hallway, and that they go to their own part. You see it with a lot of fanciers that are more commercial, have bigger lofts, more space. That's working out pretty nice. So I think that's what I want for the next one as well. That will be an improvement, I think. Then the next thing, I think this one was the biggest improvement I did in the past 2 years. I have now the ventilation, the outtake going in here, all these holes. It's working out pretty fine. Here we have the intake, so everything comes from this side in and goes out through that side. And also when the sun hits, it will heat up the floor. The dirty air will go up, will go out through here. You can see the spider webs. Here you can see this one, but also when I'm standing right here, I can feel the air coming in and then going up, going out. But that's what you want, so that the birds are just not sitting in the wind. You can see it's going to till here and not over here. Also this one's open, but it's closed in the back, so the wind can't go from there to here. It will go to here and there. And then you have the circulation of the wind, the heat. The sun will lift up the dirty air because of the warmer temperature, so it will go up, will go out here, and then fresh air comes in, and so it's going all the way around. So we have the same here. You can see it in the previous before I did change it up, we had the intake coming from here, so it was blowing this way, and I don't think that was great. Also, results back then weren't that great. You have few good results and that's it. But if I'm checking this season, mostly every week I'm just putting up a good result. And that's also, I think 50% depends on the loft as well. Also, you have to need good birds, that's 100% sure. If you don't have good birds, then you won't even have good results. That's the thing. Everything that you do for the birds, the feeding, drink, extra things, mineral. That 50% is about the feeding, the cleaning, everything, and 50% is about the loft. So if you have those things right, you have a combination of 100% just perfection. Yeah, I think when you have everything fine, the outside conditions are fine, then you have the best setup, have the best results. And that's, yeah, sometimes it's harder to complete that than other times. So that's a little about my loft setup for what I have right now and what I may want in the future. So it will be a hallway right here, just door to door, then a fence before every part of the loft. Then they have just a smaller space here, but that's not really a problem because they mostly hang out in the breeding cages, so they won't need extra space that is in front of here. But they also will have the fresh air and everything that comes with it, so that's fine. And also, yeah, when the birds come back in, you just can direct them to their own apartment, and then it'll just be fine. So yeah, that's something I want in the future, maybe with building my own loft. I also want to be the front just like this, half open, but then on the whole front section. So this just gonna put two on the whole side of the loft. Then I also want a Sputnik just like this, exactly in the middle of the loft. So if you have a loft of 5 meters, you want the loft of the Sputnik starts with 250 in the middle of the loft, so that you have the whole section of the loft that you can use for with the Sputnik. Then also you only need one antenna. But then I also want it with the young birds a lot different. So in the future I maybe will put a loft in this garden that's L-shaped, going so and then so. And then in the middle of it I will put the breeding section. Then on the right side where I'm watching when I watch inside of the garden, so it will be that side, I will have the young birds, and then just like what I have here, I will just keep it. But I also want to have 2 parts of the Widowhood cocks and 1 part of the hens. So we also raise on the short, middle and the one-day races. But when you have the one-day race, you also have a short distance race. So when you put the male birds, the cocks, the Widowhood cocks, on the side for the short middle distance, Widowhood cocks for the one-day race, you can put them separately from each other. You can just feed them whatever you want. Then for the short distance you also can get a great result if you just feed them right. So, and now with the one-day races, the Widowhood cocks for the one-day races, for the short and middle distance together, you won't achieve it because we feed them in the feeding tray just like this and not in the breeding cages. And I did it before, but so yeah, with that I just do it like this. It's easier, they can eat whatever they want. And that's the same with the hens. And normally the hens need a little bit of shorter, a lighter mixture than the male birds do. But yeah, when we have 1 section for the hens, 2 sections for the Widowhood cocks, and then 2 or maybe 3 sections for the young birds, and then 1 section for the breeders. The breeders I just want to keep maybe like 5 or 6 pairs, not more. I think I did a great explanation about my loft. If you have any questions, just comment down below, I will answer them. And if you have questions about the loft or setup, system, whatever, I will answer it. So leave a comment down below. Here with the old birds, we have everything nice and clean. We already feed them this morning. We're just gonna give them some candy seed, and then it will be enough for the race for tomorrow, or it's just a training. So with the young birds, same thing. They did get the last feeding on 12, so they have had enough. They also will get some of the mineral mix and some candy seed as well, and then it will be enough for this training for tomorrow. Then here I I didn't clean. I will do it this evening, I think. I will put the laidbreds inside of the Sputnik so they can go outside. Start with some flying or the laidbreds outside. Yesterday also they went flying a little. Maybe today they will do it more. We'll see. Just feed the birds some of the Spotlight mixture, some mineral mix, some candy seeds, so that will be the last feeding before we will basket them this evening. From all the young birds, we will do 7 on this training, and the younger ones staying home. Maybe we'll bring them away ourselves, and otherwise they will go Friday into the basket. Then with the old birds, we did the same thing, and then here I think they will go 4 or maybe 5 of the old birds will go on this training as well, and they will also be basket this Friday. We also feed the breeder hens, the laidbreds as well. Then here the young birds, same thing. So I will also record when we're gonna basket the birds, so you will see that as well. But I think I will do it in another video and not in this one, because then it will be a really long one. I hope you like this one. Please give it a thumbs up. I'll subscribe to my channel. You can do down below. I'd appreciate it. See you in the next one. Bye guys.